man, we are so close. I can almost feel it. We are 84% to the Bitcoin halving. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how Bitcoin has exploded every time from this point onwards. Why we're 16% away from a critical Bitcoin halving. But more importantly, are you going to be shaken out? This Saturday, I've just been reflecting on everything we've been through throughout this bear market, from FTX, from Voyager, Sam Bankman-Fried, 3 Hours Capital, all the drama we've been through throughout this period, as well as Jerome Powell coming out heavy, guns blazing, one of the steepest rate hikes we've ever seen, Russia-Ukraine tensions, so many things going on, which if Bitcoin was to die like everybody was calling for, we would be down and out, but we're not. Bitcoin stands firm, yes, having some red weeks, yes, maybe some short-term downside, which I'm going to share with you, which for me, if we do get the downside, which I'm going to show you, would just be a lovely, lovely final purchase before what I'm expecting to be an explosive, powerful bull run. If you look at this chart here is every single bull run, and you can see that we are 84% to the halving now, which is really, really powerful. If you take a look at this, every other time we've managed to do that, you can see there, we've gone for an explosive move to the upside every time from 84%. It's a great time statistically to be getting into this market. I see a lot of people humming and hawing, oh, will I get Bitcoin at 24,000 or 24.8? If you don't have any right now, if you just come into crypto, I would argue to say you are blessed to enter crypto at a hugely retraced period. If you did your research, if you do your research now, you still have time to find some of your favorite picks, to allocate in them at hugely retraced prices, getting closer and closer to this bull run, getting closer and closer to BlackRock, getting closer and closer to Spot ETF, Fidelity, ARK Investment, some of the major institutions on-ramping into Bitcoin. We just had the update this week, just gone, of the FASB rule, right? For those who aren't familiar, what this now means is that businesses finally have a reason to put Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Again, let me explain this. So currently in the Bitcoin space, if you were to buy Bitcoin at, let's say, $30,000 and Bitcoin dropped down to 15,000, hypothetically, and you're a business, in the US, you would have to write that down on your balance sheet to the lowest price that Bitcoin fell to. So on your balance sheet, you can't write that Bitcoin's at 30, you have to write that Bitcoin's at 15,000. If Bitcoin subsequently went up to 100,000, 200,000, 60,000, doesn't matter where, you still have to show it as 15,000. You have to write down, but you cannot write up. So if you're a business like Tesla, who, remember, Tesla held some Bitcoin, right? And they still hold a little bit, I believe. What is the incentive to hold it? You're just going to make your balance sheet look worse. Your shareholders aren't going to be happy. The investors aren't going to be happy. It's not a great look. Why would you want your balance sheet to look weaker? So right now, this is what the accounting, the FASB resolves now. We got confirmation that's going to be resolved. So that's really good. The fact that they can write it up and down both ways means that when Bitcoin's doing well, when Bitcoin's going through the bull run, they can show it on their balance sheet that they've got a capital gain, which is brilliant because it will show that their balance sheet is looking healthier, more assets. Why would you want to just have one-sided, you have to write down, but you can't write up? So that's a major coup. And again, more institutional friendly situations going on. That being said, let's jump into the charts. You guys know I've been very transparent with you that I'm seeing this M pattern. And the more I look at this chart, the more I see it. It's staring me in the face, and it'll be, neglectful of me and TA if I did not say that this is very, very likely now to come to the downside, right? It's not great. Bitcoin have to do something really special to bounce out from here and get out of this woods. Now, there is one thing that Bitcoin's managing to do. If I show you here, let's just jump back to there. No, we don't want to look at multi-chain, even though multi-chain is 30% up, by the way. Again, do people know what's going on there? Like, what's going on? Is this a clue around some of the funds getting recovered? It's been a crazy week for multi-chain, up 66%. But jumping back into the Bitcoin, which I was going to demonstrate to you guys, is I want you guys focused on this. Let's take a look here at the weekly chart, but bring out the EMA ribbon. You can see that we're now beneath the EMA ribbon. We have been there for 4 weeks now, right? We closed 4 weeks ago below the EMA ribbon, and then we managed to spend some decent time under there, 3 weeks under there. But look at the blue line. Look at the teal-colored line. This line here, this teal-colored line moving along there, that is the 200 exponential moving average on the weekly time frame. And Bitcoin seems to be holding it. For the last 3 weeks, we've wicked all the way under it. Wicked. Crazy volatility on these candles, right? Look at the wicks on these candles. But if you're not familiar with how to read these candlesticks in detail, because it's not just about red or green. There's a story that each one of these candles tells me. You can learn that at jars.uk/TA. You'll learn about the EMA ribbon, Bollinger Bands, head and shoulders pattern, reversal patterns, all that stuff. A formal education program from my time, 10 years in TradFi, you'll get it all in one place. Lock in the price today. I'm going to keep adding more and more advanced lectures in there, and I'm never going to offer another TA course. So lock it in. The price will be going up, but you can lock it in at today's price, and you get all the future lectures at no extra cost. jars.uk/TA. So, could this 200 weekly EMA be holding a support? That's what we got to look out for. If it can, great, but I need to see a positive weekly candle. I need to see some volume and a green candle for me to have confidence, because that's 4 red candles in a row now we're set for, right? And if we lose that blue colored line there, guess what comes next, guys? You can see the purple horizontal, which is the neckline of the M pattern. The neckline of the M pattern sitting at 24.8. We did wick there 4 weeks ago and quickly managed to recover it intra-week. But are we going to come back down there to test that? That is the neckline from this weekly candlestick in the middle of June. And we need to see. Because if that does break down, guys, I hate to give you scary price targets, but let's take the measured move. Let's take it from there to the neckline. And very crudely, I'm doing this on my iPad here. Apply that to the point of breakout, and you start to see how that gets you 17,700. Now, of course, you will have a little bit of support at 20,000. That's from this pivot point here. So those are the levels I'm looking for in the chart. But if we get those levels, I'm going to consider this a really crazy opportunity. Because right now we're getting closer and closer to this crazy bull run. And like I've demonstrated here, every time we've got to this situation, Bitcoin has gone on a tear. 16% away from the halving, Bitcoin goes on a crazy run, and we want to take advantage of that. We want to be in the market, and that is why I've said for a while now that I'm firmly in the market. Got a little bit of cash on the sidelines, 10 to 12%. I want to buy the dip. I want to get that opportunity if it does fall below 24.8, get closer to 20. I'll take the opportunity to nibble. But for those selling you a dream that don't buy now, wait till Bitcoin falls to 10,000 or 5,000. They've been saying that for 2 years. They've been saying that throughout the FTX crash, throughout the 3 Hours Capital, and right now, whether you like it or not, we're in a better situation now than we were this time last year, right? This time last year, I think it was November time, Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX, 3 Hours Capital, Voyager, everything was collapsing, right? Interest rates were rising. We didn't know how long they were going to be rising for. Inflation was not coming down. Now we're starting to see inflation coming down. We're starting to see weakness in the job market. Good. It looks like we're getting to a point where we should pause. Maybe 1 or 2 rate hikes, fine. But we're much more better positioned than we were last year. Then factor in, we've now got a futures ETF approved, right? That's been approved for a while now. We're waiting for our spot ETF. Most participants in the market are firmly expecting a spot ETF, right? Grayscale won the appeal to the SEC that they have to review the rejection. So everything is starting to look more positive. The on-ramps are looking positive. Bitcoin has proven itself throughout another bear market that it's resilient. The system didn't collapse. The network didn't collapse. And people continue to believe in Bitcoin. So for me, really excited here in this market, taking this Saturday to reflect, making sure I'm prepared for any dips to the downside, but at the same time, making sure I'm firmly in the market, ready to take advantage of this powerful bull run that is coming. Let me know, guys, what do you think of this type of content? Smash up likes. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to go watch this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.